This is a Brooklyn-bound Q Express train. The next stop is Times Square, 42nd Street. This is a Coney Island-bound B Express train. The next stop is Prospect Park. This is a Forest Hills 71st Avenue-bound G train via the Queens Boulevard local line. The next stop is Elmhurst Avenue. This is a Broad Street-bound M train. The next and last stop is Broad Street. This is a Broadway Junction-bound Z local train. The next stop is Hughes Street.
This is a 149th Street bound 5 train. The next and last stop is 149th Street, Grand Concourse.
This is a Manhattan-bound J Express train.
The next stop is
Essex Street. This is a Manhattan-bound R local train. The next stop is Jackson Heights, Roosevelt Avenue. This is a Queens-bound W local train. The next stop is Times Square, 42nd Street.
This is a Queensboro Plaza-bound 7 express train.
The next and last stop is
Queensboro Plaza.
This is a Far Rockaway, Mott Avenue-bound D train via the A line. The next stop is Broad Channel. This is an East Broadway-bound E local train
via the 6th Avenue line.
The next stop is West 4th Street. This is a Coney Island-bound M train. The next stop is 79th Street. This is a Queens-bound V Express train. The next stop is 5th Avenue, 53rd Street.
This is a 15th Street Prospect Park bound F local train. The next stop is Fort Hamilton Parkway.
This is a Brooklyn-bound L train. The next stop is Bedford Avenue. This is a Canarsie Rockaway Parkway-bound M train via the J line. The next stop is Halsey Street.
This is a Bronx-bound 6 local train. The next stop is 125th Street.
The electronic strip maps are not in service. Please listen for announcements and watch the displays.
This is a Manhattan-bound Skip Stop 9 train. The next stop is 231st Street.
This is a Forest Hills 71st Avenue-bound N train via the R line. The next and last stop is Forest Hills 71st Avenue.
This is a Manhattan-bound 2 express train via the Lexington Avenue line. The next stop is
Borough Hall.
This is a Flushing Main Street-bound 7 train. The next and last stop is Flushing Main Street.
This is a Crown Heights-bound 4 train. The next stop is Grand Army Plaza. This is a Manhattan-bound 5 train. The next stop is Bowling Green.
This is a Queens-bound C local train. The next stop is Clinton, Washington Avenues.
This is a Manhattan-bound J train via the M line. The next stop is Lawrence Street. This is a Manhattan-bound J train via the R line. The next stop is
J Street Metrotech. This is a Howard Beach, JFK Airport bound shuttle train. The next and last stop is Howard Beach, JFK.
This is a 57th Street, 7th Avenue bound D train via the Q line. The next stop is Times Square 42nd Street. This is a Broadway Junction-bound L train. The next stop is Bushwick Avenue, Aberdeen Street. This is a Coney Island, Stillwell Avenue-bound V train via the F local line. The next stop is J Street, Borough Hall. This is a Brooklyn-bound M local train. The next stop is
Lexington Avenue, 63rd Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is a Court Square, 23rd Street bound E local train.
The next stop is Forest Hills, 71st Avenue. This is a 96th Street, 2nd Avenue bound
F train. The next and last stop is
96th Street.